And I also think there's definitely something to be said for knowing what it feels like when you're actually hungry.
Oh, 100%.
You know, because
Most hunger is not real. And I know that now that, like, you know, for example, like I was saying, I could eat a whole pizza.
Sure.
But if you asked me, I remember at the beginning of February, there was one day where I said, I'm going to eat 12 eggs today. And the volume of 12 eggs, I suspect, is smaller than a pizza. But I could eat a whole pizza and still be hungry because, you know, it really, especially with something like pizza, it's going to mess with a lot of your hormones. The satiety hormones are not going to be, you know, properly released. And then you're just going to keep eating. But when I ate those eggs, it took me 3 conscious efforts to get through a dozen eggs. I think I did 6 the first time, and then I was able to get, like, a couple hours later I ate 4 eggs, and then I was finally able to finish. And it was a slog. I was like, I can't eat this. But, you know, I remember you and I used to talk about this many, many years ago. You know, if you were to, I think this is the perfect example. I've heard this many times, but if I was to offer you like a baked potato or a boiled potato, no butter, no salt, no seasoning, no nothing on the potato, how many of those potatoes could you eat?
You know, and depending on the size, maybe 2.
Maybe 2. A bag of chips, a big bag of chips, potato chips, is, I think it's on average 3.5 potatoes. Or maybe it's like 3.5 in like a small bag, but it's like a ridiculously bigger number. But because there's added oil, there's salt, there's other seasonings, your brain just doesn't register that same satiety. So you'll just keep eating. It's like I could eat 30, I mean, maybe that's pushing it. Say I could eat 30 chicken wings, but how many steamed or boiled chicken breasts could I eat?
Yeah.
1?
Yeah. Also because steamed boiled chicken breast tastes like abject garbage.
I mean, it's just like garbage, but I mean, it's just the idea that if you can have, you know, I could eat like a huge poutine that has all these things on it that weighs 2 pounds, but I could only eat half a pound of a boiled potato.
Right.
And I would be stuffed. Like, I mean, if you were like, you got to eat more, I'd be like, I just can't. I literally cannot eat more. But if you cover it in like sugary sauces or salt or fats or like all these additional things, it's very easy to eat a lot of food. So, you know, if you were having, you know, a pint of ice cream, strawberry ice cream, you could eat a whole ton of that. But if you were to sit down and eat nothing but strawberries, you probably, I mean, calories, you're never going to come anywhere close to what you were able to get. But also just the volume of that, you just feel fuller and you're making a better decision, even though, you know, one strawberry ice cream, the other one's just strawberries. Like natural sort of, you know, intact whole foods, they're very difficult. They are very difficult to eat a lot of them.
Yeah.
We're not fat because we're eating too much, you know, chicken breasts and rice and broccoli. We're fat because we're putting breading and sauce on that chicken. We're having butter and a bunch of other things in the rice, and we're throwing the broccoli directly in the garbage.
Yeah. As you should.
I would definitely would.